How to build excellent customer service. At the top of this video, I want to share with you an experience that happened to me in recent months. I bought a computer from an electronics chain store, but when I got home, took the computer out of the box and checked it, I found it wasn't working. The next day, I went to the store and told them the computer wasn't working. They told me I had to go to a service center an hour and a half away to have the product replaced, and that the computer had to undergo diagnostics. Since I had no other choice, I went to the service center and wasted 3 hours on my way. The next day, I received a call saying I should come pick up the computer and come to the store. So I took the computer back to the store and replaced it with a new one. In the end, although I'm happy with my new computer, I didn't have a pleasant experience with the purchase process from the store. I lost 5 to 6 hours on the road due to an error that was not my fault. However, I could have returned the computer to the store where I bought it, and it would have saved me time. You've probably had similar experiences. Our topic today concerns customer experiences. First of all, we need to know that the customer's experience is not just about the service or product that he receives in exchange for the money he paid. In addition to this, factors such as the way the product or service is presented to the customer, providing support through customer service after the sales process, etc., are also part of the customer's experience. In addition, I'd point out that some of the statistics that show how important the customer service experience is also noteworthy. This year's survey of 1,920 business people shows that business owners think customer experience is more important than price and product. On the other hand, the results of a survey conducted among buyers show that 86% of them think that the experience they live is more important than the price. As I already emphasized, all these statistics prove once again how important the customer experience is. But what should be done to improve the customer experience, which plays such an important role in business development? Hundreds, perhaps thousands of people have done research on this topic. Although important facts were highlighted as a result of the research of Fred Reichheld, William Deming, and Parsu Parasuraman, the pyramid designed by Forrester Company is widely used in today's business world. By the way, I should mention that Forrester is the world's largest research and business consulting company. The customer experience pyramid, developed by this company, whose foundation was laid by George Colony, is logically much closer to Maslow's theory of needs. Because in these two systems, it's mandatory to complete the previous one before moving on to the next stage. Now let's take a closer look at the parts of the customer experience pyramid. At the base of the pyramid is meeting the needs of buyers. The product or service offered for sale must meet the customer's requirements in every aspect. It's clear that the quality of the product is an important point for the buyer. For example, imagine you bought a new phone. In this case, it would be unpleasant if the phone you bought breaks down all the time. That is, it's weak in quality. Of course, not only the quality of the product, but also the price and other factors must meet the customer's demand. In order to anticipate these needs, it is important to use various marketing research or CRM applications. If you don't know about CRM applications, you can watch our video about it separately. Now let's move on to the customer experience pyramid. Accessibility is located on the second floor of the pyramid. Accessibility means that the product or service can be easily obtained by the customer. For example, accessibility for new customers might be the ease of use of a business's website, or the ability to easily order from that business's social media pages. Or the proximity of the opened store to potential customers also indicates that accessibility is high. But how can we increase accessibility for repeat customers? Again, through CRM applications. With the help of these programs, you can collect the necessary information about the customer and facilitate their next purchase based on that information. For example, after buying sports shoes from an online shopping site, it's no coincidence that when you visit that site for the second time, you'll see sports shoes or similar products again. This means that the company is trying to make shopping easier for you by bringing you products that match your previous transaction with the help of a CRM application. Of course, these processes take place automatically, relying on artificial intelligence. After completing these two steps, the last step remains. At the top of the pyramid is the moral value of this whole process and the product or service sold. Moral value means that the buyer will be influenced enough to tell others about this process, the product or service he bought, and the company in general. To ensure this, it's necessary to take into account factors such as the high level of customer service, the quality of the product, and the pleasant presentation of the product. From here, it can be understood that the last part is the result of the precision of the other two parts. That is, it's impossible to get this part without the foundations of the pyramid. Finally, let's conclude with an example of a company that includes each floor of this pyramid. The Xiaomi company can be a good example in this case. We all know that products like Mi phones, earphones, smart home devices, and more, which were first launched by Xiaomi, have value for the customer, because it meets the requirements of a very wide audience both in terms of price and quality. The second is the availability of products. It's also clear that the people can get their desired Xiaomi product anytime by online order from the official website of Mi or from the website of various distributors. The last thing is that these products are loved by people, and as a result, they're widespread. Considering that the Xiaomi brand is spreading rapidly in several countries as a result of people consulting each other, we can say that Xiaomi is successful on this last stage. Of course, as an exception, the customer service experience may not be good at some sales points of this brand. And which companies have you had a negative or excellent customer service experience with? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching.